Hello, Scorpio. Welcome in. Welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name is Wendy Wing. I'm doing a psychic tarot reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Cross watchers are always welcome. I'm looking at the energies around February 2025. Any messages of divine guidance for the highest and greatest good for Scorpio. Oh my. All right. The overall energy of February 2025 for Scorpio is the Lovers, Gemini energy. All right. This card with the blues and the oranges, complementary colors. Look how that just pops. And look at the imagery here. Very smexy. Lots of attractive energy. Yeah, and then we've got reds and greens, orange and blue. This is a lot of complementary colors. What does Scorpio need to know? All right, someone has manifested consciously some type of fog of confusion around you. I feel like I've got a story here. All right. Okay, thank you. Someone manifested deceptive. Someone was really in need. Male house finch just came to my bird feeder. So nice. So someone, they created some type of lie, fog of confusion, so you would invest in them and keep investing in them over and repeat this cycle over and over again. This feels like a past relationship. So feels like in a past relationship, someone told you what you wanted to hear. Their communication was purposefully confusing because they wanted you to invest in them, give to them. And that's on like a repeat cycle. Then I've got this other energy of a King of Pentacles. Very solid, very stable. There's some anxiety around this King of Pentacles energy. The challenge is that there's some type of lying, cheating, stealing, and a lot of emotions around this energy. It feels like there's someone this stability, this security, this abundant energy is not someone who manifested some cycle that you would just keep giving to them from a confused space. Oh, this is you recognizing that this is not love. This is not what you thought you were involved in. And you are standing on business in that King of Pentacles energy. I think you're finally grounded in reality and you're validating the experience that you've gone through. Someone manipulating your perspective, purposely keeping you investing in a relationship continually, even though it doesn't feel like it's being reciprocated back. Now you are solid. You are very grounded in this reality, And it's like they can no longer gaslight you into believing a false reality. It feels like you're calling out this lying, cheating, stealing, this deceptive communication. Someone willing to purposely confuse you and take from you. It looks like you're no longer trying to convince them. You're just seeing. Oh, and that's causing a tower. It feels like you're calling out this false reality that someone has created. Someone created a false reality around you purposefully, kept you purposefully confused and investing in them, investing in the relationship, creating a false reality. Lies and deception to keep you confused and giving. It's been a challenge to see this, to perceive this. But you want to be happy. You want to be happy, and this is not happiness. And I think you're finally, it feels like, grounded in this reality. Being willing to see what is, not what you prefer it to be, not what you hope this is that you've been investing in, but being real with yourself. And tower, the false reality is collapsing. You're seeing that you're seeing the false reality. It's collapsing. Excuse me. All right, Scorpio. Ooh. Big release, big shift. It looks like, Scorpio, what you're perceiving is that someone took advantage of your mother wound, an unhealed mother wound, where you were taught to decenter your desires, your needs, it feels like you were raised to not be happy, and that's acceptable, that you're not supposed to center what you want in this experience, in this life, but you're to center someone else. And it feels like you are taught to decenter your beliefs, your needs, and center someone else. And that's what this person got you to do as well. Center my needs, confuse, keep investing in me in this relationship even though you're unhappy, just keeping it because it's working for them. It feels like the longer you stayed in a relationship where you centered someone else, the more exhausted you are. Completely exhausted, not allowed to stand up for yourself. It feels like acquiescing. It feels like a lot of coercion to get you so you'll stop fighting, so you'll tolerate, so you'll take it. Learned helplessness comes to mind. PTSD, complex PTSD, coercion, so you don't ever need anything, so you center someone else in your experience. Wow. The overall energy is the Lovers, and it feels like you are really looking at that energy of who you attract, what type of relationships. And so it looks like, Scorpio, what you've been involved in is relationships where someone's taking advantage of you, someone's creating a false reality, needing you to give up all your needs and wants. It looks like you're speaking some truth here. Who's speaking their truth? Someone's speaking up to this. There's a phoenix rising from the ashes type of energy. You might have children or a child with 2 pages showing up, Page of Wands and Page of Cups. So this complicates things. There's a need to leave. This person is Emperor reversed, a cruel dictator. There's a need to leave. Leave this dictator behind. Leave this cruel person behind. Yeah, this is someone very controlling, and they're comfortable using fear to get what they want. Coercion, manipulation, deception. This is this person's world, and you're just living in it. You centering them and giving everything and being completely depleted is this relationship working for this person. It was never meant to work for you. You were never meant to be happy and supported and cared for in this. And it feels like with the Tower, yeah, Lovers reversed. You're recognizing what is love and what is not love, and it feels like this is not love. I do not receive this as loving. I do not receive this as caring. All right, Scorpio. In what's hidden, we have the Ace of Wands. Fire a spark, a new spark, a new idea, a new desire. What's this new desire for Scorpio? 7 of Pentacles. It looks like you're turning your focus and focusing on a different direction. I'm not going to invest in this relationship that doesn't invest in me. I'm pulling my focus. It feels like you might have a fire lit in you. Upon recognizing what the truth is, what the reality of the situation is, it's lighting a fire so you can focus on what you really prefer for your life instead of wasting another bit of this energy trying to convince someone to be who they said they were going to be, but never had any intention of following through. Someone sold you a bill of goods, a sale. There's a bait and switch type of energy here. Like while you're dating, while you're getting to know this person, they're telling you, yes, everything we need to know. Yeah, we're on the same page. We're on the same page. And then at some point when they had you, maybe after kids, maybe after marriage, it feels like this person just bait and switch. And so you've got some fire in you, and you're focusing on the version of you that you would prefer to be. You're focusing on the life that you want to create after this. There's some energy here. What is this? This is also in what's hidden. Queen of Swords in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And the way the Queen of Swords is, she's got her back turned and there's all that ice. Who's the queen? Thank you. Okay. This person that's been in this whole reading, you're feels like a counterpart, an ex, soon to be ex. Can't tell where you are on the story here. But in what's hidden, it looks like this person was just taking advantage of your kindness, of that you were never going to connect the dots, and that you would just keep receiving their negative, absorbing their negative karma too, that you would never catch on. And so what it looks like, this person is out there, karma is whatever you put out into the world, like a wave, a ripple effect, eventually comes back. And karma isn't punishment. You can have positive karma. You put positive things out in the world, and when it comes back, you enjoy those waves, those ripples when they return. Unwanted karma is just you doing things that you feel you are justified, able, that are not kind. A way of treating people, and then when it comes back, there's this potential for you to learn from that karma, to be like, oh my gosh, I did not like being on the receiving end of this, and I have done that to people, so I'm going to learn from my karma and make changes and not do that activity anymore. So that's how karma is set up, how it can work. This person, it looks like they you kept absorbing their negative karma. They could be cruel to whoever they want, to you, and you're accepting it, tolerating it, just receiving their negative karma, absorbing it. It feels like you absorbed a lot of their toxic behavior, and there's a lot of gaslighting here and making you feel less than, so that you will do that. It feels like this person manipulated your mental body, making you feel like there's something defective and wrong with you, and so that's why it feels like this person did some Darvo tactics. Deny, attack, reverse, victim and offender. That's what this person does. So anything you bring up, they just turn on you, get you to fight over here, turn the blame on you. You're the problem. And it feels like they thought they could do that forever and get away with it. It looks like you put an end to this. It feels like this relationship, there was some type of comfort zone. It was not fulfilling, but there was a lot of fears in ending it. There's some type of comfortability in this relationship, even though it's very unhappy and not fulfilling. And it looks like there's some ending here and a need to get out of a comfort zone and face fears, because this person is not going to change. They're not going to change. It's working. This relationship is working exactly how they wanted it to. They feel they have permission, like a right to judge you, being very critical of you. This person does not know how to take any accountability themselves. They are in a constant state of criticizing. This feels like an egoic activity, that they constantly criticize others so they can make themselves feel better. This might be a self-soothing activity. You might have even unconsciously been aware that this is what this person likes to do and participated in this activity as well. Putting other people's down, uplifting this person, making them feel good about themselves. But this is like this trapped feeling, because you're constantly placating their ego, not ever creating an environment where there's expansion and growth and evolution and happiness, it's always very contained. You can only be happy if this person's happy, and not too happy. This person's very controlling, very critical. It feels like you have to walk on eggshells because you can't do anything right. There's also something about this person watching you. It feels like you might be very surveillance type of energy. And you're feeling constantly on guard, constantly vigilant, because this person is just always criticizing. This person can't say one nice thing and they don't know how to apologize. Whew. All right, Scorpio. Moving on to the outcome and advice, we have the 5 of Pentacles. Feeling left out, feeling abandoned, financial poverty. Oh, Star card. Nice. It looks like you're healing those. Wow. Okay. You're healing that abandonment wound. It feels like you might have abandonment wounds, and where you abandon yourself and center other people in your experience. And so you're no longer abandoning yourself to center someone else, because you've learned from this. But there's a lot of healing here. It feels like you're healing from this and you're a very different person on the other side. You're letting go of instabilities, insecurities. You're healing a dependence on others. You're becoming justice for yourself and creating that as a legacy. So for some of you, this has been a generational pattern, decentering yourself and centering someone else in your experience. Being maybe willfully blind and giving to someone who treats you very poorly. Maybe that's a family pattern as well. Wow. You've got this very balanced in your thinking, healing. There's so much healing here on an emotional level, on a mental level, and on a financial level. It looks like you shift. You feel like a very different person, Scorpio. You feel like on the other side of this experience of healing from this energy that you're very different. And it feels like that's a legacy that you leave behind, or you're working on some type of legacy energy. Something already, it feels like healing from this generational pattern, creating justice for yourself going forward. That feels like quite a legacy to leave behind for those coming after you. Okay. It looks like someone benefited from you not tuning into your intuition. It looks like whoever we've been talking about here might have even poo-pooed your intuition, poo-pooed your abilities for unlimited potential. This feels like you have, Scorpio, access to some high priestess energy. You might be aware of energies, aware of non-physical energies. Some of you get intuitive hits. By centering someone else in your experience and being so off grid, off your alignment, it feels like you weren't aligned with your psychic abilities, your intuitive abilities either. Feels like this person might have even made fun of, for some of you, if you addressed abilities, capabilities. This person also used triangulation to get everybody to abandon you. This is Seven of Wands. You've got the higher ground. Stand your ground. You might not think you're ready. You might not know how to protect yourself. You might scramble, but it feels like everything is lining up. Justice is on your side. There's a need to protect what's yours. Stand up for yourself. This person is definitely one to lie and throw deceit on your name and get others to convince you. Your job is not to go to these people and try to convince them of your side. If someone can be convinced, they were never your friend anyway. If someone listened to some tale of lies and deception about you and they didn't come to you and say, I want to hear your side of it, then that person wanted to hear that, is happy to hear. They're not on your side, so don't go try to convince people of your story. That feels like that would be a very invalidating experience. I think standing your ground and knowing the truth. You know the truth. You know you can validate your experience. You know the truth. You don't need to go around convincing others. That's old you. Stand on business. Protect your energy, but protecting your energy is staying here, staying solid for anyone coming here. It's not going out and trying to convince people to believe you. Anything else that Scorpio doesn't know that it would help for them to know? I think you've got this, Scorpio. I think you've got this. This feels like maybe slower going. Yeah, it's a Two of Cups in reverse. Lovers in reverse. It feels like this is a bit slow going where you're at. If this has been your reading, you're processing through, you're healing from, you're recognizing what really happened. And you might want to rush through this, but this is good stuff. This is the type of stuff that's change comes from. And as Scorpio, as transformational, this feels like what you've been waiting for. This recognition, so you could really dig deep and change and transform something deep inside of you, so you can have a very different experience going forward. So very empowering, Scorpio. Hope that's helpful. Have a great February.